Greatest lessons I learned in my life from the poorest of the poor people. No university taught me, no book taught me, nobody taught me, but poorest of the poor taught me the great lessons. I will give an example. I was about 9 years back. I was working in Tamil Nadu, and it was month of November, and you get mid-November rains, heavy rains, because if there is a depression in Bay of Bengal, you get rains in Tamil Nadu. I was traveling by car, and my car, as usual, when you don't want the car, gets spoiled. In somewhere it's 8 o'clock in the night, the car did not move, and my driver said it takes another hour or hour and a half to get it repaired. It was pouring. He said, you find out some place and you rest there, and I will be back after 2 hours. I said, okay. I took an umbrella and it drenched. I saw a small temple in a small village. I went inside, and I was wondering what to do, because Tamil Nadu people speak Tamil and I can't speak Tamil. In India, to do our work, you require 5-6 languages, but my knowledge of Tamil is poor, whereas I can speak Marathi, Konkani, to some extent Bengali, some extent Oriya, great extent Hindi, all those things, but not Tamil. I said, doesn't matter. Many times I realized, when people want to converse with you, if you do not know language, you converse through your heart. You tell whatever you want to tell in your language, they will tell in their language, but you understand that. I said, okay, let me go, and I sat there. It was one of the Shiva temple. In India has many gods. Shiva is one of the prominent god. And it was night, there was no lamps, it was only an oil lamp, and it's so quiet. I saw husband and wife. Husband was blind. He was almost 80 years, and his wife was there, and he said, can I do some puja? That's the way how we do worship our God. And I said, okay, you do. When he did that, I gave him 100 rupee bill, because I knew they were very poor. And he touched, because he was blind, he can't see. He said, oh, it's more than 10. I said, no, it doesn't matter. Keep it with you. Then I told him, 1.5 hours I have to spend being a teacher, being a lady, I speak, being a writer, I talk more. Okay, talk to the power of 3. So I said, okay, let me converse with him. So I asked him. Then he said he doesn't have any children. They are an old couple. They are in that village for a long time. And he does the puja every day, and he gets some money from the villagers, and he's doing okay. I felt very bad. This man is 80 years old. Any disease can come to him. Who will support him? He doesn't have any children. So I told him, I will go back to Bangalore, and I didn't tell my name. Actually, it's good. Many times I should not tell my name, because people's expectation also changes in India. So I said, I'll go back and I'll send you some money. You keep that money in the nationalized bank, and every month you get some interest, so that it will be useful to you in case you fall sick. He said, I don't know, child, I don't know who you are, but I want to tell you something. He said, in life, you should say somewhere enough. Draw a line saying that enough is enough, and I don't require your money. Actually, in my work, I hardly come across someone like that. People who come to me, if I give 500,000 rupees, they say, oh, it was such a small amount, she could have given 2 million. Somebody calls me for something else, at the end they will ask some other money, something else. I go to school or college inauguration, at the end there is always an appeal to me, Mrs. Murthy, will you do this project, or will you give this money? Sometimes you are able to give, sometimes you are not able to give, depending on the project. It's pure merit basis. When you don't give, people get upset, they don't even call you next time, even though they meet, they won't even call. People who get also are very upset with me, because they ask something, they get only 10% of that. So either way, I have more enemies. Here is the old man who doesn't know who I am, and he tells me, I don't want any money from you. He says, I am old. If you give money, I'll keep it in the bank. Now all these days, his villagers have fed me, because I do some puja, so they come and give me rice. We are living like this. Now the moment everybody comes and I kept the money in the bank, then there will be some thief who will be behind me. I'm blind. When I'm taking it here, he will harm. And the other people will feel, anyway, this old man has money, why should we help him? Whole equilibrium will be lost. And child, I'm 80 years old. I really feel I don't require anything, because I'm contented in my heart. Any amount of money cannot be traded with money. Content cannot be traded with money. Somewhere in life, you have to draw a line. I don't need, and I have drawn that line. Don't disturb my equilibrium. I may not agree with all his principles, because if we are the line of content in a very young age, then I will not study at all. I'll be at home. I'm very contented. If I'm in my, if we have started as Infosys with the content, we would not have grown. But somewhere he said, that is true. Somewhere in life you have to draw a line and say goodbye. I learned the great lesson, and I said that's the greatest lesson in my life is I must draw a line somewhere to say I don't need these things. And I drew a line at that time. I said, okay, these are the things I don't require in my life.